Hey, and welcome to this Yukon special. With this short video, I want to give you an outlook of what you can expect in one of our training sessions at the next user conference in Memphis. It is about an example of how to visualize data with a Jupyter notebook in the Mint system. Let's switch now directly to Mint. So we are here in a test environment, but a test environment that is based on real customer data. This customer has used our system for grading for the last couple of years, so we have really a lot of data in there here, which we can now evaluate. I am already on the reports page, and I prepared the first query as the B757 maneuvers Jupyter. So let's open this one. And what you see here is a query for resource record items, so record item assignments. And we are interested in the objective grade, 1, 2, 3, or 4, interested in the name of the grader, the record item, and the pilot who was graded. And we filter only for objective grades that are not empty and record items that are in these maneuvers part of the record item tree. So let's execute the query. That takes a while. So since this is real data, I'm de-identifying the name of the grader and the pilot. But you can see already we have the grades here, 3, 3, etc., and the record items. Okay, so this is all good, and now we open the Jupyter page. And I'm not going to explain the programming that I've done here. It is not too complicated, trust me, but I just want to show you with this video what can be done as an example. So I execute these first lines. And interesting to mention is that we are talking here about 234,000 lines. And we have here already a visualization of the grade items. So this is the distribution of grade items, how many 4s, how many 3s, how many 2s were given. About 85% is a 4. But now what is really interesting is that we want to filter by certain graders or by certain record items. So let me execute this line here. And now we have these drop-down boxes. So let's say, for example, we want to know how this instructor did. You can see now we can see the distribution of grade items of this selected instructor. He gave a lot of 4s, 130. You can also switch between percentage and the real number. So if I click here, it shows me the whole thing in percentage. So this instructor, 85% of his grades are a 4. 85% are a 4. I think there are other instructors as well who are not that extreme. Let me look for another one. This instructor, and you can see this instructor has a more equal distribution, right? Around 30 to 35% between the 2, 3, and 4s. Not many 1s, definitely, but a lot of 2s, 3, and 4s. Not that skewed as the previous instructor. And if we want to see how many has he graded to really understand is it meaningful data, we look for the real numbers. And you can see he has more than 600 grades for the 2s and more than 500 for the 3s. So it is really a meaningful visualization. Also, we could say, how are they doing? Let's select again all. We could say, how are they doing with this record item, right? After landing or before start, right? So you can really now drill into the data and see what are the different distributions for the different record items or the different graders. That is one example. The other example is this one here. So we have here a list of record items and then the count. How often was this record item graded? And now we can again select for certain graders or grades. So we could, for example, say, let's see how often was the 1 graded, 134 times. How often were the 2 given? And of course, we also can do the same thing with our different instructors. So we could say, let's look for this instructor. So this instructor gave a 2 that often, sorted by the numbers. These are the first 2 examples, and now I want to show you another report that I created where you then can show these visualizations also on the iPhone. We close this one, and that is another 757 example, more or less the same here. So we execute the query. Again, that takes a while. Okay, again, we don't show the graders and the grader names here, and also not the pilot names. We open again Jupyter, and I don't want again to show you how the programming is done here, but there is this little icon here, and this, if you click this icon, you can create a name and the description that is shown in the app, and if you do that, you will have statistics in the app available. I don't do that now because I did it already. So this is just this line of code that shows these visualizations on my iPhone. So let me then change to the iPhone. Okay, here I see my iPhone, and I go to the My Mint app, and we log in. And we go to My Stats. So what you see here now, the B757 LOE, that is what we had given as the description in our Jupyter notebook. So we can see this here, we select here, and now the system asks me, do you want to see your own ID or the data of other resource ID? We select my resource ID. And now the system pulls up the visualization. Here it is. So we can see this is the line for all pilots, right? We can see this, and this is the bar chart for this grader who signed in, right? We can, if I press here on all pilots, then this goes away. If I press again there, I can see that again. So even here we have a kind of interaction. So again, if you want to learn how to do these kind of visualizations, these were just some examples, then please join us at the Yukon. See you then. Bye-bye.